Well, big up, and welcome to Liberal 12th Man Show. I'm Liberal 12th Man, and we're going to do a little Reds roll call. We got Brian in the house. We got Lee in the house with us as well. And we're going to try to kick this off right because we have a big game today. And we have the predicted lineup that I did say was going to start, that most of us said was going to be the starting lineup announced. And we're going to get into that. Also get into some score predictions again, and just have a little fun before the kickoff. How you doing, Brian, today?
Good, yeah. Interesting show last night.
Yeah, say the least. And Lee, how you doing?
Good, yeah. There wasn't that many surprises, was there, in the lineup? I was hoping maybe we might see Jota from the start, but it's too early, isn't it? He's only made one sub appearance, so we couldn't really be expecting him to start. And I'm not that surprised Darwin starts on the bench. I thought he might go for this today as muted.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you right there. Trying to get my camera.
Jonesy might have snuck in. Maybe there was a chance. And Simicast, they both had a chance to sneak in, but that was the most likely lineup, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. I kind of figured that was going to be what we saw. What we've seen be the majority of the picks lately when it comes to starting lineup, or his preferred lineup, which is to start Diaz in the 9. So, but it doesn't really say everything about it in the sense of, at least you still have Diego on the bench. That could be a something that once we've possibly worn down the team a little bit, that we have in front of us, that you can bring Nunez, or you bring obviously Diego off the bench as both heavy hitters. Huh?
Bring both of them off the bench, when they're
absolutely. I bet you he will bring both of them off the bench, to be honest with you.
After about an hour, see if they can. I backed Diego to score twice, so gotta get half an hour at least, half an hour in injury time to do his worst to Tottenham's defence.
Yeah, agreed.
Interesting to see Jed Spence gets the nod at left back, innit?
I knew Pedro Porro was hurt, so. Or not Pedro Porro. I mean, Doggy. I meant Doggy. Yeah, Pedro Porro's on the right back.
So but I'll have a right footed up against them.
Yeah, but I'm actually glad to see that we don't have to go up against him, because he's a good player, but it's just, there is a difference between Spence and Doggy in my mind.
Don't know much about Gray. I know who he is, that he's related to the Grays of Lee.
Yeah.
But I didn't know much about
him. Yeah. Archie Gray is he had a decent game, pretty good game. That back line is definitely something that could be definitely gotten to. So could be good. Let's get these 3 points, as Ref for Life just said. Excuse me. But Brian, how are you looking at this lineup that you've seen, both for us and for them?
See, ours is I thought that team kind of picked itself as long as it was Jota was definitely not fit enough to start. I thought, Dom in midfield. I think that's our strongest 11 out there right now, available. Jota. It's interesting. David Lynch is saying Chiesa doesn't have any injury problems. He's been left out for
makes sense,
squad reasons. With the guy Gray, he's a right back. He's a really highly rated player. He's a right back, or he's a right back that they assume might go into midfield. So he's not really a centre half. So very good player, but that's definitely not his number one position. So that would be that's interesting. That should get at. So I think it's we said that though about a team recently that we played who had two of their top centre halves out, and they caused us no end of problems.
Right.
So I'm not going to be jumping to any conclusions on that one.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. JK in the house. Big up. Big up. How are you doing today?
All good, bro. Hope you're cool. Lee, Brian,
Yeah.
Yeah,
everyone cool.
It's still
Team's
quite a
out.
strong side for the Spurs, isn't it? Do you
Yeah, it
reckon,
is.
Jay? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
Fulham's
yeah,
bench,
definitely wouldn't take this.
nothing there really. Just Johnson maybe, but Arsenal's bench looks better.
Mhm. Mhm. You think Arsenal, our bench looks better, as you said?
And yeah, our bench looks really good now. We got Elliot, Jones, Endo, Jota, and Darwin. Like,
Yeah,
and then we got Simicast as well. So
yeah,
Kwanzaa. So we got enough there. Perfect.
yeah, definitely. That's what I was looking at it as well. Our bench is definitely strong for, and we're still a second half team too. So when it comes to worrying about the game, it's more about like what they have to bring off the bench for an already somewhat depleted lineup that they have against us. But SARS starting for them, Bisumba starting for them.
Yeah.
Basically the team basically the team. I think like one or two differences that I didn't suggest. I didn't have Spence starting for them at left back.
Everton's not on telly, but Everton sounded like they were on top of Chelsea. I was in my dad's at 3:00, and they come out for the second half, and I listened to about half the second half, and it was mostly Everton. There wasn't much attacking from Chelsea that I could hear. The best
Right.
chances was for Everton, but that was like at the beginning of the second half.
Let's see what we have here for some of these updates. Wolves big over Leicester 3-0. Bournemouth big over Manchester United 3-0. And 0-0 in the other matchups with Chelsea, already still 0-0 going into the 88th minute, and Fulham going into the 86th minute. It is 0-0. 80th minute. It's the 80th minute in that Man U Bournemouth game. It's almost for Emerin job is making a good good time at it at Old Toilet 3-0. Jeez, Bournemouth is not a bad team this year. Bournemouth is not a bad team.
Bournemouth's been superb this year. He's one of
Yeah,
the best
they've been
managers in the league. Every result now like that means he's closer to leaving Bournemouth. He's getting a big job soon, man. Guaranteed. That guy's getting a big job.
Man United.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
I mean, they've spent a few quid. Like,
Excuse me.
they haven't spent huge money. It's a great job. Brilliant job he's doing there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I hope Everton can hold out. I don't want to be dethroned before we even kick a ball. But they really do us a favour, Everton, when we need them to. So let's hope they can actually break that mould today and do us a favour.
Yeah. There was some people for Arsenal saying that they, particularly Arsenal, I heard Arsenal fans saying that, Everton are going to purposely lose this game because it would be like it would not purposely, but like as in they are not going to their heart's not going to be all in it, because in the end it would be helping Liverpool. And I'm just like, you don't get it.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works, man. That is not how it works. You worry about yourself first, long before you think about giving any people in the league gifts, for sure.
That's why I always get really, really fucking annoyed when someone says, "Oh, typical our typical whatever team, they won't do us a favor. They never do us a favor." Wait, what are you talking about? Why would any other team do Liverpool a favor, or do Everton a favor, or do Man United a favor? So they won't do us a favor. They're not out there to do other people favors. It's absolutely crazy. Really, that one really annoys me when people say that. As if there's a bunch of guys in a dressing room. Come on, lads, let's do this one for Liverpool.
Yeah, it's just like the way things are. We've tried to rely on Everton a few times, but they just haven't been good enough the times that we've needed them to. They weren't doing it to spite us. They just weren't a good enough side to secure the result we needed at the time. But let's hope they do today.
Red's boss is a Spurs fan.
What's that now? Oh yeah, I see that. Lights boss is a Spurs fan. I see that. Yeah. That the guy Mo Stewart, the journalist I was speaking about, his boss is a or not boss, excuse me, his dad is a Spurs fan. So he was talking about how the last thing he wants to do is give himself cover to be banter for his dad.
That Most Stewart that's on the Anfield rap sometimes, yeah.
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 Yep. and also let's see. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Abby and AGTV or AGT, Cops TV actually. They do it too, as well as like I'm sure they're going to be full of banter. That's the show that they have on DR Sports.
It's nice to see a healthy bench, isn't it? Like to see that many options. Jones and Elliott in midfield. We got Jota and Nunes up front. We got Tsimikas and Kwanzaa in defence. The bench actually looks like a bench today, doesn't it? Like,
yeah,
big game.
I'd like to know what's up with Chiesa. I'd really like to know what's going on there because he made a point of saying
he hasn't played 45 minutes in ages.
But he came out and said it's nothing to do with injury or fitness.
Okay.
All right, maybe it was some personal.
He said it's a selection thing, basically. I don't know. I can't remember the exact quote. But
yeah. Because when you look at the subs bench, it's sort of every player on that bench is sort of before him, if you know what I mean. Like they're not like any youth players. So for me, he might not be selected because of his fitness or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I would like to see him on the bench, though. You know what I mean?
Also, maybe this is a good shout for the sense of like the fact that Nioni had a good game. It was good to see Nioni played that whole. I think that was a real testament. Like when he played pretty much the entire Southampton game, and the only thing I said about Chiesa in the Southampton game was that he did start off a little bit. It looked like he was a little bit getting used to the working his way into getting to the fitness, aspect of it. Once he got warmed up, you saw the Chiesa that we've been wanting to see.
Yeah, somebody put a highlights of his Southampton, like a 5-minute video of his highlights from the Southampton game together on YouTube. Like that was quite good. It was a nice little montage.
Yeah. But yeah, Nioni is the only name on that bench that will be possibly replaced by the inclusion. I mean, you got to think we still have Konate, we still have Bradley, and then you put Chiesa on. That's 3 players that could honestly and obviously make the bench because starting 11 would be on the bench, if not in the starting lineup at some point for him. And then you look at our bench, pretty much all those aspects of the bench you expect to see. Other than maybe like Trey Nioni is like the only name on there that you'd be like, okay, if and when Konate gets back, he'll be in there for Nioni. When Bradley returns, he takes the spot of probably either Kwanzaa or Endo, because you're not gonna non-start Harvey. You're not gonna not have like as a non-start Jones. when I say non-start, I mean like have on your bench at least as an option.
Leave him out of the squad, you mean?
Yeah.
You're not leaving Quans out of the squad. You're not leaving Jones. Definitely.
Right.
What's the number on the bench? How many can you have on your bench?
You could have 9 on your bench. So
Yeah, so if you look at our bench today, does it have 9 on it?
yeah, that's the 9 you would
Okay.
see pretty much, other than
Right.
Neoni.
Okay, so you could if you were bringing back
Say the entire
Ibu.
squad is fit. Ibu.
So Neoni would drop out to let Ibu come back in.
Now you got to find spot for Bradley.
You probably Simi can't be dropped, Kwanzaa can't be dropped, Elliott can't be dropped, Jones can't be dropped, Nunes, Endo, no, Keller. So it might be a bit of horses for court. He might have to spend the odd match in the stands, yeah, because it's it is hard. Other than Neoni, Neoni isn't obvious. If Evo comes back, Gomez drops to the bench, Neoni drops out. But other than that, there's no, because they're all top players basically. So.
Exactly. And I don't know. Obviously, he's trusting in Gomez more than he's trusting in Kwanzaa to start, either at center half, and especially or at right back or left back. But even so, if you have Simicast and you have Bradley, that's your left back, right back option. That was his second choice for left back, right back option when we didn't have it. When we had people, all available. So you'd have to drop out. There's going to be someone getting the short end of the stick. And I guess this way, because of Chiesa's fitness incompletion, because it is that. I think everyone can be honest and say he didn't look like he was 100% match day fit, or that you can get a full 90 out of him. Could you get
no?
That's probably why he said, "Okay, let's give you the day off and keep working towards our goal of getting you set for that." Right. Red Armchair supporter saying it's a great headache to have. I feel you. It is a headache though, because
you can never have too many good players.
You do have to. This is why, like when I was saying, imagine if you did have quote unquote 70, 80, 90 million pound players that are, that are at the levels of what people want to see them at, which is like some Galactico style level of a player. Imagine trying to tell them that, yeah, we're going to have to put you in the stands today because we just don't have room for you on our bench. I know that would be a great headache to have, but that is a headache. That would be a massive, massive headache.
So I take it though. I'd rather that than us having to scrape around looking for a player. I don't. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Don't ever see us getting to the position where we have a 70, 80 million pound player in the stands. I know what you're saying though, top players, but it's going to be. That's why you have some kids in and around it with Neoni and Bradley. So, if Gomez, I suppose it depends. Simicast could be. If you had Gomez in your squad, he can cover left back. Then you might, and you have no cover for right back. You could bring in a Bradley and leave out a Simicast. Mm-hmm. But I'd much rather be in that position than having say, has anybody seen a centre half around the building that we could use? One of those settings. We're scrabbling trying to cobble players together. But you've got a situation today with. I know it's a completely different thing, but you've got Marcus Rashford sitting in the stands today watching Manchester United get bet 3-0 at home by Bournemouth, the smallest ground in the league.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah, this is where they're going with that. I mean, the guy should have left probably about 3 years ago.
What's weird about it is that he should have left either when his buddy Sancho left, or he could have left when right before Ten Hag left, because he had issues with Ten Hag apparently. So I mean, like, it's weird.
The problem with Marcus Rashford is the not insignificant £365,000 a week he gets
Mhm.
paid.
Yeah.
365 for Rashford.
Mhm.
Hey. That's how you run a club, eh?
Yeah.
And now he's sitting in the stands watching you. Yeah,
That's
Yep,
why,
that's
like, for
why he
me,
can't.
I don't, yeah, Brian, I don't blame any manager that walks into that job, because for me, it's the players that are at the club, their energies, their aura about them, they're all sort of, look at our squad. You could leave your house keys with every player in our squad. Could you leave your house keys with any player in the Man United squad? If you understand my point. And that's the problem with Man
Yeah.
United. They've got a bunch of players there who they're just there for the money, bro. Casemiro plays for Man United, not because it's Man United. He plays there for the money and the wages he's getting. Only United and Chelsea would have offered him them wages, hence why he's at United. Ukate's there. They get players, you know. Problem is, them players aren't sort of in the right club. You know, Rashford should have left ages ago. You know, Rashford sort of, maybe the money's ruined Rashford, his career there. You know, like, he's been on them wages for a while now, since he's been at United for a long time as well. And sometimes money ruins players. And I think he could be one of them.
Takes the edge off.
Just in general, bro, he's like, off-field things take more of an advantage than what actually gives you that money to have that off-field life. You know what I mean? It's like a cycle, and they don't actually realize that. Like, come on, bro. Look after your main job. After that, everything else is a bonus. But always do what you're getting paid for on the pitch right. You know, because no one's going to really remember you otherwise. You know, they ain't going to remember you had 10 Rolls Royces that are made out of gold. No one really gives a fuck. It's like, how many goals did you get for Man United this season to win us the league or something? That's what fans and football people are all about. Facts like that. And for me, Rashford, he didn't even go to the Euros. Come on, man. If you told me years ago Rashford won't go to the Euros, you'd be like, wow, really? Yeah. So something's not right there. It's for a long time.
Full time in both of those games, or the game that we were watching, or keep our eye on at least. 0-0. Everton.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea. Let me repeat that. 0-0. Everton, Chelsea. Fulham, Southampton,
Nice
0-0.
ball.
Wolves 3-0 over Leicester. 3-0 Bournemouth over Manchester United.
Mad results.
Yeah, so 3 is
Mad
the magic
results.
number for Wolves and Bournemouth today,
Mm-hmm.
and 0 is the magic number for Chelsea.
Everton
Chelsea
have
and
done well.
Everton has always played Chelsea well. When Chelsea goes to Everton, they don't lose to them too often, despite the fact that they have had a much better squad, especially in talent and expense wise.
I was
Every
quite
time.
confident Everton could get a draw today, despite Everton not being the best side in the world at the moment. Because they do have a good record with Goodison against Chelsea. They got a draw with Arsenal, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's 2 games that they've not conceded. 2-0. They'll take that, and it shows me they're a bit of a tough cookie to crack sometimes, like Everton. More at Goodison Park, yeah, they've had matches where they've just got battered and stuff, but in the Arsenal Chelsea game, 2 clean sheets.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough game when the rearranged derby at Goodison, but that's for the future.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's after January when we'll have signed Mbappe and Tchouameni and Kvaratskhelia.
I'll tell you what must be frustrating is the Fulham Southampton matchup of 0-0.
Yeah,
That must be a little frustrating for Fulham because that's a game that they should be getting at least a goal at. I mean, it'd be one thing if they're at Southampton, but it was at home at the Cottage. So,
yeah. Southampton is a weird team, man. Like they got a point there. Man City, they only let 1 in away.
right.
3-2 against us. So it's just weird. Yeah. Sometimes it's a mentality thing. I always say that. You know, in some teams, when they come up against a big team, they sort of step up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like these weaker teams are at the bottom of the table and stuff. I get in.
You mean 2-2, but I get we know what you meant. We wish it was 3-2, but it was 2-2 against. They drew against us.
But did we beat them 3-2 in the few weeks ago, Southampton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the league. Yeah,
in the league. Yeah.
After
That's
the
what I mean.
break, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then
No,
they went to City,
it
got
was
1-0.
2-2, not 3-2.
That
Mhm.
Dude,
No,
no, bro.
JK's talking about Southampton, Liverpool. We beat. Remember
Oh, you're
12.
talking about
We didn't.
Southampton,
Yeah,
Liverpool. I'm talking about
yeah,
Fulham. I'm talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
Fulham.
oh,
yeah.
oh, yeah,
I
no.
got you.
Fulham 2-2. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, because we were talking about Fulham, Southampton. I got you. You're talking about Fulham. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
no,
because we
bro.
did play both of those teams just recently. That's
Mhm.
why. And yeah, 2-2 for Fulham, Southampton. Yes, 3-2 for the other game. I get what you're saying. It was 2-1. I mean, excuse me, it wasn't 3-2, but 2-1. Yeah, Southampton,
Yeah, 2-1.
and we
got
beat
there.
them weeks ago, 3-2. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while back. That was back in November 24th. Yeah. Feels like such a long time, actually. It's really not that long ago, but
Yeah.
you gotta think about it. There's been 1, 2, 3, 4. They played in between playing us, they played 4 games. So it is quite a bit of time. That's how many games have been packed in here with League Cup and with League Cup and also with the league and mix in maybe. Southampton's not worrying about Euros or anything like Euros, or Europa or especially certainly not Champions League, but even they have a bunch of games that they've been put in with the League Cup and the likes. Levante, you with us today? I know I see you in the chat, so I apologies for not bringing you in to the cipher here. How you doing, brother?
Good, brother. Overall, fellow Reds. Big up the chat as always. Obviously, 12 had to get some stuff. Great show yesterday. Some special guests, come in, had to get some stuff out,
Full
and
house.
for us, yeah, great, Angel people that ain't been for our pups. I mean, I wanted to contribute, but I had things to do in the background, and obviously that a-hole, A9 or Andrew Wright, wherever that is, don't worry, we'll keep an eye out for him
We
anyway.
move on that, yeah.
But funny enough, I was actually just coming. I was actually watching the Everton Chelsea game, and Chelsea, to be fair, were a little bit toothless. And if Everton had a bit more about them, they could have won the game. I mean, they had one glaring opportunity, which the defender of the Buck Everton could have won the game, if I'm honest. But again, we take it. But I know people, but it will be the Everton draw is nothing meaningless right now unless we do our job, and that's the key at the end of the day. It's that draws meaningless, yeah. And this game, as I said there, I've said it last week, but there's context. We done well, no excuses. If we drop points, there's no excuses for today. And I'm a bit disappointed to see the Diaz Gakpo side lineup. I feel Diaz has been a bit underwhelming as recently. I just like Nunes. We got 2 strikers. Just let Nunes be the target point. I want him to be the focal point, and then put on Jota or whoever. I'm not feeling that lineup, that front 3, but let's see.
Could it be because he obviously rested? I mean, these guys are rested. They're a little bit more of the fresh bunch, and maybe it's also because we all know that he has been having more of a tendency to start Lucho and Cody on these big occasions, actually, which is the bigger teams in a sense of Leverkusen or Manchester City, those kinds of matchups.
No, you're right, Toph. Probably because he's rested them, so he has in mind what to play. Although Cody played the other night against Southampton, I just don't feel we need to go that way. I just think Diaz and not Cody. No, Cody's been playing better than Diaz. Just 6. I'd just rather have a striker with Jota or Nunes. I want Nunes to be a focal point. I think he can create havoc to 2. One defender, their reserve defender, who's average, and one 18-year-old who's not a centre back. he could expose
Yeah.
them with running in behind them and harrying them to create
Oh, that's
space
a
for
good.
Salah or Cody. So yeah, I'm a bit
Yeah.
disappointed with that start of lineup. And I would, one thing, as someone in the chat, Helia said, I would rather see Kies on the bench. I just feel that I understand Slot, but he needs to be in the bench. He could be a weapon, but again, the
Mm.
bench is getting full pack. So yeah,
It is
the
getting
team,
packed.
yeah,
There's
the
gonna be
team this
some very difficult
Mm.
decisions to make. Once Bradley and Kanate, excuse me, get fully healthy. There's gonna be some big decisions to make.
Yeah, no, 100% off. So, and those two things, I'm not really feeling that. But again, let's see. We just hope the team to prove us wrong. And again, I repeat, no excuses for this team, this lineup, the bench. With 3 points, 3 points need to be done. We need to take advantage of this back line at Tottenham, and we should
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, on their bench, Austin, the goalkeeper, Regulon. I thought Regulon was done with them.
I know,
Actually.
right?
But all right,
Still there.
all right, all
Contracted.
right. Yeah. Udagi is on the bench, but obviously, that's a lot to be said when you are on the bench, but still you got the youngster getting chosen before you.
Clearly not.
Darrington, Bergville,
Youngster.
yeah, Timo Werner's on the bench.
Never heard of him.
Brennan Johnson, Lancashire, excuse me, and Callum Alu Sazy. I think that's how you pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really see that much on the bench that I'd be like, oh no, but they still have on the bench. So this is them coming out strong. This is possibly Spurs' strongest lineup, and if we can get at them and obviously overexert them or push them to the limit, and then you have a couple of knockout punches on the bench, being Diego Nunez. Yeah, it'd be nice to have Chiesa, just like you said, though, too. I agree. It would be nice to have Chiesa. But shout out to Trey Neone making the bench and getting his second opportunity to see it one row closer to the pitch. How about that? One row closer.
100%.
Oh man, so we are 20 minutes away from kickoff. Anything that any other things that you saw maybe in the news or anything that you want to tell the people about this matchup or about that Chelsea matchup is huge for us. Just like Nolante said, it's a huge opportunity. Now it's a matter of, do we take advantage of the opportunity? Because we've had a couple of these kinds of opportunities before where obviously Arsenal slip up and draw, or obviously City on their. I just don't know about City. Jeez, this is wild that City is just in an absolute free fall. This is something that we did not expect to see, but it's the sheer fact of this league this year is just set up to say, look, City's not something that we have to necessarily have, peeking over our shoulder anytime soon, as long as we continue to take care of business.
Yep. It's the Wild West.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that Tottenham bench. Darrington and Lancashire sounds like a knockoff version of Game of Thrones, doesn't it? No idea. Oluwaseyi, no idea. I don't know who those people are. I literally don't. One of them could be a goalkeeper. I know Bergvall Lee is one of these kind of young next Martin Odegaard, next young one.
Yeah, Swedish. Yeah. Underrated.
Everyone was looking at him like one of the top teams, yada yada, and they went in and got the deal done. Sort of hasn't worked out amazingly well, but he's that's him. I know that much about him. Like the next kind of, like I say, Scandinavian wonder kid type thing. But guess what? He goes to Spurs. I don't know. But literally, man, yeah, Aloisi, I don't even know where he plays. Mondragon or what the other guy, Dorrington, Lanarkshire, don't know who they are. Lancashire. I mean, one of them could be a striker and come on and make me look stupid. So I don't know if anyone in the chat knows anything about Aloisi or Lancashire or Dorrington. Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, there were a bunch of names. I mean, like I said, there's a bunch of names that they're either out or suspended. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 names on their injuries and suspension list right there. That's a lot of names. And names that probably would have been what we're talking about as being, Romero would have started if he's healthy. Van de Ven would have started if he's healthy.
Oh yeah, the goalkeeper,
right.
Vicario. So it's their whole
Vicario would have started. Yeah, Vicario would have started if he was healthy. That's 3 players right there that would have been all starters. I don't think Richarlison starts, but he would at least been on the bench to be an option.
Porro's the regular starter from the back 5, isn't it? Their best back 5. Like 4 of them are missing. Goalie and 3 defenders.
Yeah, as long as we can do what Dara just said, that's one of the keys.
Mm.
Yeah.
Son loves a goal against us. I know that it's not good to spit these things into the universe, but that's just a sheer fact. He does like a goal against us. So if we can contain him, that'd be fantastic.
I was pleased to see Forster had a poor game last time out against United. I hope he keeps that up today.
Yeah, Marque is saying he's concerned about Robbo versus Kulusevski.
Kulusevski's tricky, but he's not the quickest, which might be.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say he's
not rapid or anything. He's big, he's tricky, he's very skillful, but he's not rapid. That's the only thing. Mm-hmm. He's a very, very good footballer, though.
Yeah, I think that I'm hoping Verge can just basically put a lock on Solanke, but the player I'm most worried about I think that really makes the Kulusevski does do well, and he is an important cog in their wheels, but Madison's someone that I really want to see shut down that 10 role for them.
Mm-hmm.
If they got
and Son's had some good performances against us. Like Son's always dangerous against us, isn't he?
Right, and I think we can neutralize their midfield with our midfield. I believe
they could go 4-3. Like they could go 4-3-3. Because they could go with Madison wide, Son wide, and Madison maybe in a floating role off the right.
Mm-hmm.
And actually go with a 3 because they played Kulusevski in the middle a lot more. They're taking him in off the right. Could have him in a midfield 3 with Sarr, Basuma, and Kulusevski, and maybe Madison not so much in the number 10. I don't know though. He might change but he has played Kulusevski much more centrally recently, and he's been playing a lot better because of it. So I don't think he might. I'm not sure he's going to play out and out winger. I really could. I don't watch him enough though, but Madison is central. Madison won't want to be out wide. So it is going to be interesting we know how they're going to play, which would just be attack, but where they're going to play might be something to keep an eye on. But we know where someone like Solanke is going to play. We know he's going to be the pivot up top. We know he's going to be the focal point up front, dropping in deep a little bit.
That's the one. I think that's the reason why. I think the reason why Slot. Yeah, I was gonna say, just add to your points. I was gonna say I think that's the reason why Slot gives and such praise is that exactly how they're gonna play. They're gonna play football. They're gonna play wide open football and offensive minded, and they're going to, even if whether they're down or whether they're up, they're gonna always have the same gear going forward. So that's why I'm excited about today's game. Definitely excited. We are about 15 minutes away from kickoff right now. Any last minute changes to your predictions of scorers, or does this impact your score? The lineups now that you have an idea of what we're looking at?
Lee?
Lee?
Sorry, my attention drifted for a second. Then I was reading something. What did you
Oh
say?
yeah, no worries. How about Nolante?
No,
You have,
so no, I'll keep it the same.
Keep it the same. Joey G
Yeah,
getting that first.
yeah.
All
I was
right.
going right into the end. There you
Yeah.
go.
JK, is this lineup or seeing these lineups, does it change? And you can tell us in the chat too if you changed up your score or anything like that. I see Dara's got a 3-0 going in our favor. Clean sheet against the high octane offense, or the way that the Spurs have been playing. It would be great to see. By the way, that'd be great to see.
Yeah. I'm sticking with the 3-2.
Oh, okay, well, tight little affair.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna be sweating in your 3-2, or is it one of
Yeah,
those
I just feel like for me, as long as we win, I know we're gonna win. That's the main thing. I don't know how it's gonna be, but as long as we win.
Okay. How about for yourself now, Lee? Do you have an idea as to what your prediction would be, or are you gonna stick with what you're gonna stick with what you said before?
I'm going to tone down. My prediction was for 8 goals last night. I'm going to tone it down to 4 goals. It's going to be 3-1 to us.
Oh wow, that's not
instead of 5-3 to us.
Okay, you might.
Oh,
Yeah. Come on. Do we have to get Lil Jon out to say turn down for what? I mean, that's not like that. That's turned down.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Brian, any changes to the crystal ball for you?
no, I'll stick. Oh. No, like 3-1 sounds about right to me. 3-1.
3-1 still sounds like the
3-1.
score to go with. Mark A is going 3-1. Red Armchair Supporters going 3-1 or maybe 4-2. Red Rebellion TV is going 2-0. Bonkers is going 3-0. Salah, Diaz, and VVD. I like that shout, actually. It's not a bad shout. And Hustle Bones is going 3-2. Mo is going to get a double late. I like the specifics on yours too. Mo with a double late header from Diego for a 3-2 win. And after the game, everyone blames Gravenberg for their goals. Okay. And goes back to crying. We need a DM all January long. Yeah. Oh man. This game was meant for gravy. How about that? This game was meant for gravy, because definitely want to give them a turkey on this one.
Yeah, it's Christmas time. It's gravy season.
Yeah, there you go. 2-0. Hilo is saying Salah and Diego getting the goals. The PGMOL won't win them the game this time around. We can all only hope. PGMOL works in mysterious ways, to say the least. To certainly say the least. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my 4-2 earlier shout. I still think that it's gonna be 4-2. I'm gonna change up a little bit, maybe, since Curtis Jones isn't starting. And I will have. I'll take Curtis Jones off the books, and I'll put Salah on the books as being a goal scorer for today. I'll put Salah on there. Ribeye, wow, that's not bad. Dara going big in the house. I got you, brother. Philip is still going 3-1 with the same scores that he put in last night's chat. Okay, got you. Tyranny on VAR. I know. We've heard it about 3-4 times from Lee. Don't start Lee up. Do not start
me
Lee up.
mind. Well, yeah.
Do not start Lee up on that one.
No, Healer. I don't remember. Did something happen the last time? Please remind us. It's not like I haven't seen 500 bloody articles about it in the last week. It's 15 months ago. That doesn't seem like 15 months ago, does it?
That's why it's revenge on our minds today. It's 15 months ago, but revenge is a dish best served cold.
Yeah.
Best served cold.
We
Definitely.
don't want unjustness to reign once more. We want fairness.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
We demand it.
Woo. Yeah. There's not many names that you see either on VAR or even on the pitch that you could ever say woohoo about for sure. Trap Joe, I feel you on that one. It's Sky on Sky Sports main event. I got you. Yeah, this is the last game of the day actually. All the earlier games just played. We are the main event. We are the big ticket. So thus why we get the prime time selection here, or either that or we tend to get even the 12:30 pick because we are the big ticket.
No more games until the 26th now, is there? This is it. This is the last game until the 26th for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the reason why the whole going into Christmas and this being a big deal means something, because this is the last movement you're going to see until after Christmas. So people are going to be sitting around the Christmas table talking about their teams, and and the banter will begin.
Well,
Big up Red Rebellion TV. Definitely enjoy the game wherever you are, whether it's pitch side, pub side, couch side, whichever it's going to be for you. I hope that it's an incredible game and atmosphere and the likes for you and yours. About 5 minutes to kick off. Here. Let's see. That's one thing we don't have to worry about too, by the way, Dara, is that we will not have to worry about the likes of David Coote ever again. I think ever again. It still doesn't make it feel any better, but it could be worse. We could be seeing David Coote today. I bet you if the PGMOL had it their way, we probably would be seeing David Coote in this matchup. Yeah. Oh, I get what you're saying. Trap Joe's looking at the lineup. It looks like if you look at the lineup on like the apps that show you the lineup, it's showing us in a 4-3-3, and it's showing Cody in the 9 instead of Lucho.
Yeah.
But I think that's just the algorithm.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
they're always
the algorithm just figuring.
Cody plays on the left. Diaz in the false 9.
Yeah.
Simplest.
Yep. So wild.
Well, some people have been owning Diaz's form lately, so let's hope he has a good game today in the false 9 and gets it grey in the juicing and closes down Forster every time he can. As much energy.
That should be a main feature, yeah. You should see our boys charging down goalkeepers.
Yeah, he should put a few balls right into the stands in a panicked mode, like when he gets closed out. So we'll be getting a load of throw-ins from him, I reckon, in there.
Yeah, and work that centre half pairing. Like it's Gray is a great little player, but he's a right back. He's maybe a midfielder, not a centre half. Dragusin is a great young player as well, very talented player, but it's an unfamiliar partnership. Been asked to play a very high pressure, high risk game the way he asked them to play. So just get at them, make them make mistakes, force them to make mistakes, because they will. Everyone makes mistakes. You put them under enough pressure enough times. And someone like Diaz, I mean, some like Dominic Szoboszlai should be really good at pressing high up on these guys and forcing them from unfamiliar areas and things. And we should hopefully see some joy from that today.
Yeah, should be
Yeah.
part of the drama today, shouldn't it? Like,
And then wait for you get a split ball, you get a misplaced pass, and next thing you know, Mo or Gakpo are there to pounce on it. But just
Yeah.
keep putting them under pressure, especially this guy Forster, because that's not his game, and he's going to be asked to play it. It's not like it is his game, and he's not very good at it.
Yeah.
It's not like he is a ball playing keeper, but he's just not the best in the world. He's just straight up not a ball playing goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's really uncomfortable, isn't he, with it at his feet in tight spaces.
Just wants it away. He just wants it away from him. Doesn't want it anywhere near him. Just typical old school goal. Get it as far away from me as possible. And I've done my job. But yeah, that's the route. That's the route. And also they're high, obviously, but just an open game. But we have to be aware that these guys have put multiple goals past top teams. Top teams in a bad moment, maybe, yeah. But they are capable of scoring a lot of goals just from being crazy. And so we're going to have to expect that. I don't think even Dr. Sleep can put a proper, chokehold on these guys at home. We're going to have to deal with we're probably going to have to switch.
That's all they can do.
They are.
Pass defense. They're definitely going to cover us, aren't they?
Yeah. Grav, I imagine, going to have a busy game. I imagine Grav's going to have a very busy game. You're going to have runners everywhere.
Well, he might have some work to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Lord,
Excuse me.
we don't want Dominic Solanke, the guy that we sold, turning into freaking prime Christian Vieri against us or something, So
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I wish Dominic a good year. Dominic, good year, but not on today. Not on today.
Not today, mate. Not today.
Yeah. So, be nice. Let's see. We shall see. Maybe get Gravy a goal, maybe today or something like that. Be nice to see get him a goal. He hasn't had a goal in a while. We shall see. We are minutes from kickoff here. So I'm going to say my best warm wishes for you guys to have a great game out there. Whatever experience you are going to have in front of you, I hope that is an amazing one for this game. And I hope that the panel is going to stick around after so we can watch the game together possibly. But we are going to let you guys enjoy. This is about to be kickoff, 1 minute away from kickoff. Anything you guys want to say? You want to say any parting ways, I guess, until we meet after this matchup?
Yeah, enjoy the game, people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come on, you Reds.
Definitely. Irishman?
Yeah, just enjoy the game. And if we don't see anyone again for later on, or if we don't see along the way, have a great Christmas. But make sure you're back for the next one.
Definitely, for sure. Nolante, you want to say peace out for until after?
Let's wait. Let's get the win. That's it.
There you go. Well, people, we are about to be out, but we're not going to be gone from your hearts. Hopefully, we'll see you on the flip side of this game, and definitely know for sure that we will have the good tidings of knowing that we have you in our hearts as well. So we will see you on the other side, like I said, and up the Reds, people, up the Reds. We shall see you soon.